We're here at Donington, and it's a year on from our first encounter on the Katana, which didn't end too well, as we all know. But then the bike raced again at Spa with Guy Martin and Pete Boast and did well. And then we raced it again in Aragon, which was probably one of my best biking experiences of my life, really. I've got another amazing couple of teammates. I've got Parrish again, who in qualifying has proved that he's lost none of his speed. I mean, he's a Grand Prix rider after all, and you know, they don't give those rides away for free. And John Reynolds, who's a proper legend. He's multiple BSB champ, 500cc Grand Prix rider, WSB winner. He's been there and done it. John was the fastest, unsurprisingly, and Steve and I pretty similar in times. And we've just been out for warm-up, so I'm starting the race, more by default, because Steve can't run. And the bike's really big for John, and I think he'd struggle to jump on it. So I'm going to start. I just got to try and keep my nose clean. There's 50 riders on the grid, so it's going to be a busy old race, really, and I'm really nervous.
The first impressions of the bike, it was heavy, it was big, and hard work to ride. But that's what it's going to be. You know, I knew that. It is what it is. So we just dug in. With Steve Parrish riding the bike, his knees don't bend so well. So we've had to raise the seat height up a bit. And well, I just couldn't reach the floor. And my legs were about straight onto the footrest. And of course I couldn't get my knee on the floor properly either. And that's a good gauge to know the angle of lean where you are with the bike. Anyway, so what we've done now, we've cut the seating off. So I've got a little seat, and the big boys have got the big seat. So we have to keep swapping that over. That's going to be something else we're going to have to do in the pit change.
I guess thoughts about whether I can do 40 minutes. I've never done that long on a bike for 40 odd years. And I haven't done a race for about 40 odd years. So I am slightly apprehensive and nervous, I must admit. But I've got a great team around me, they're doing a really good job, and I'm sure the time that I might lose, which I hope I won't, they'll make up on pit stops and stuff like that. Really, it's 4 hours, we've got to go round and round and round, keep away from all the traffic, and kind of, yeah, looking forward to it with a certain amount of apprehension. But it's a lovely motorcycle, it's a great team, so maybe I'm putting too much pressure on myself, but I'll be doing my best.
Okay, just over an hour left. The Team Classic Suzuki Katana is now out of the race, unfortunately. All is not lost though. We've got the Team Lynx Suzuki with Guy Martin and Pete Boast. They're still in the race and still doing very well. They're hopefully heading for a podium if all goes to plan. So we're just going to wish them well and hopefully we'll see them on the podium.
Bit disappointing really. Fantastic start to the day. I think we had started off in 5th place, he got up to 2nd place and he was storming along. I managed to get on the bike when he came in after 50 minutes. I did about a 50-minute stint and no real dramas. Managed to get into the lead. Absolutely perfect, but then the pace car came out, so then everybody sort of closed up on us all. But Steve did his full stint, brilliant. Again, I think we dropped back to 3rd or 4th, and we're all ready to go. Michael jumped on the bike for his last stint, because we were going to do 2 50-minute stints, which was going to take him 50 minutes, me 50 minutes, and then I was going to finish the race then. And he did about 8 or 9 minutes, and I think something's gone off with the engine. We're not quite sure yet what, but it slowed down a bit, and he had to pull in. So unfortunately, we missed the last 2 hours. Absolutely gutted, but not just for me, but for all the team, the riders, and all the mechanics and the staff, everybody behind the scenes, because everybody's worked so hard. It's been a fantastic weekend. I just hope we can do it again sometime. Next time, win it.
We came out after the first stint, and then I thought, we sort of up in an hour and have to carry on because we only had 2 gears. Everything else was a bit, I thought, and I got to a state where I thought we could ride it safely enough without jumping out of gear. I could sort of ride around the problem and just ride around. And that was the sort of thing, it's endurance, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, that's what we said.
To finish first, you must finish.
Yeah.
To finish first you must finish. Well, we didn't finish first for a second. But still, we finished.
Like we did.
I know. Through what we was all thinking after the first 40 minutes.
We were 9, 10, running about. We
said that. Good pit work, good teamwork.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, it went well. It's everybody, isn't it? There's nobody, one person more responsible than the other.
That's what someone said to me, you can't put the spin. I said, there's no I in team. What does he?